All right, hey everybody, here's Cornelius Jones here, and just wanted to do a brief video. I know many of you have probably seen the video that I put out recently, the response to Scott Clark's October surprise, and I talked about how there is exactly 2,550 days from the Feast of Trumpets this year to the Day of Atonement 7 years in the future, according to the correct dates when you're looking at the God's clock in the heavens. And so anyway, one of my strongest critics, her name on YouTube is Monkey Mom, and her name is Melanie. And so she posted a video asking a question, and you know, she said she's never heard me answer this question, and she's never heard any pre-tribber answer this question, and so she wanted to put this question out. So that's why I'm doing this video. It's just too much to type, okay? And so I wanted to do a video in response to her question. You can look in the channel on the thread there if you guys want to see her video and see her critique and her question and things of that nature. But anyway, all right, to you, Melanie. What's up, girl? All right, so here's the answer to your question. Her question is to pre-tribbers. She says very, very plainly, you know, Trump is working on this peace deal with Israel. And what Melanie says is, when pre-tribbers, to our pre-tribbers, when you see the 7-year peace treaty signed and the agreement is made, at that point, will you still be pre-trib, or will you continue to falsely lead God's people? Okay? Or will you turn mid-trib at that point? Or, you know, in other words, she's saying, what is it going to take for you to understand that the pre-trib doctrine is false? All right, so that's her question. What will you do when the 7-year peace treaty is signed and no rapture has taken place? At that point, will you change your position? And she says she has never heard anyone answer this question, and so that's why I'm doing this video. All right, so watch her video first, and then you can watch this response. So here's my response. First of all, Melanie, I got to just say this right off. I got 3 points I want to make, okay? First point I want to make is, number one, I have never heard you ask me that question before, okay? Now, you've asked me questions plenty of times. This is not the first time that I have done a video response just to you, okay? It's on my channel. You've asked questions before that you claim that you've never heard a pre-trib person answer, and I've answered those things before, okay? And so you claim in your video that I'm like, you know, you make it seem like I'm running from you, or, you know, I'm ignoring you, or I've never seen your question before, or that I'm, ignoring your question. I've never heard you ask me that before. All right, I just saw this video tonight. All right, so no one's running from you. No one is avoiding you. At least I'm not. Okay, I welcome questions from the opposing view, and I quite frankly love to get those type of questions because I can answer them. Okay, there's not a question you can ask me that I cannot answer. That's number one. Number two, before I get to your question, Melanie, you do not know me. All right, you said a lot of things that would just suggest that, you know, that I'm just, you know, really prideful, and that I would just hold on to a false teaching knowing it's false just for subscribers. What? I don't teach because I'm trying to get subscribers. I teach what I teach because it's my conviction in the Lord that it is the truth. All right. Now, of course, we see differently, and that's expected, and that's okay. But just, you know, the picture that you're painting of me is not who I am. I'm not some man that's just stuck in pride who would knowingly teach something that is false just to get subscribers. All right. So that is not who I am. You know, you don't know me. All you know from me is what I teach on this YouTube page. That's all you know of me. You know nothing about my character. You know nothing about my daily life. We have no relationship. You know, so you don't have the right to say anything like that. You do not know me. All right. So to answer your question, okay, first thing I want to say is, if I saw, okay, this is if I saw a 7-year peace treaty being signed by a man who I know is the Antichrist, because he's setting up a one world government and it's a 7-year peace treaty with Israel, then instantly, and we're still here, then yes, instantly I would know, okay, the tribulation has started and I was wrong about the rapture. All right, and I think we've had a conversation like this maybe, very in the past. But I would have no problem admitting that I was wrong about pre-trib rapture. No problem at all. If I see biblical prophecy come to pass that the 7-year treaty has been signed and no rapture has taken place, well, I would have no choice but to admit that I was wrong about pre-trib. Okay? So that's it. That's an easy question to answer. You're saying, I don't see you changing, and I would see you being stuck in your ways. What? You don't know me, girl. Okay? That is crazy. I love the Lord. I love Jesus Christ just like I assume you do. Okay? So if I see prophecy being fulfilled about the Antichrist, then I know the Antichrist is on the earth, then of course, yes, I would admit that I was wrong about pre-trib. And I would get ready to go through the tribulation. I would prepare myself mentally to get ready to die for my faith, and would encourage everyone else to do the same. All right. So, I don't know what you're talking about. He would probably, go to mid-trib, or, he would probably just, go ahead and teach the wrong thing just so he can get subscribers. Do you really think I would care about the number of subscribers I have on YouTube if we're in the tribulation? Oh my God, the fact that you think I'm that shallow, it is alarming. But again, I can't be surprised. You don't know me. You have no idea who I am. If you ask anybody in my family or any of my closest friends that type of question, they know who I am. All right, you don't know nothing about me. All right, so no, I am not a prideful man like that would just knowingly see biblical prophecy come to pass and then teach the wrong thing just for subscribers. Are you serious? Oh my God. Anyway, that's the second point I wanted to say. Now, the final point I wanted to answer to, so yeah, yes, I would change my mind. I would realize I was wrong if I saw the 7-year peace treaty. But here's the problem though. You are assuming that the deal that Trump is making is the 7-year peace treaty. What article did you read that said the deal that Trump is making is trying to propose with Israel and the Palestinians is a 7-year deal? I haven't seen that. Has anyone else seen that? I have not seen anywhere in any article, in any news story, that it is a 7-year plan. All right. Trump is not the Antichrist. Now, I do believe he's playing a key role in getting things prepared for the Antichrist, but this deal that Trump is making is not, at this point, I do not see that this is the actual 7-year plan that is spoken of in the prophecy of Daniel. Number one, we don't see anywhere that this is a 7-year plan. Now, if it is a 7-year plan and you read in an article somewhere that it's supposed to be for 7 years, then please share that with me, because I missed it. I didn't see that. Okay. Number two, like I said before, I talked very clearly in other videos. The Antichrist has to come out of Rome, according to Scripture. So Trump is not the Antichrist. Okay. This deal is to fulfill prophecy. It has to be specifically, all the pieces have to match. It is the Antichrist who is going to make the treaty, and it's going to be for 7 years. Trump is not the Antichrist, and this deal is not a 7-year deal. So this is not the fulfilling of prophecy that is spoken of in Daniel chapter 9. You are assuming it is. And I understand it. I mean, I get it. I do believe that what Trump is doing is very key, and it's going to lead the way, or set the place for the eventual Antichrist who is going to do that deal. But it's not Trump, okay? It is not Trump. So you are assuming that Trump's deal is the fulfillment of Daniel 9. It's not. Where do you see it's a 7-year peace treaty? You added that. I didn't see that in any article. I didn't see that in any news clipping. And if I'm wrong, I need you to show me some article or something that says this is a 7-year deal. All right. Plus, it hasn't been signed yet. He's working on it. And so whatever is going to happen prophetic wise, it has to be the Antichrist. Trump is not the Antichrist. He's not. He's not the Antichrist. The Antichrist has to come out of Rome. And I have other videos that show why that has to be the case, because that's what Scripture says. All right. So again, let me back up. But if the day comes where I see the Antichrist, all right, has revealed himself and he has made a 7-year deal exactly verbatim as it is expressed in Daniel 9, yes, Melanie, I would retract. I would say, you know what, I was wrong about pre-trib, and we need to be ready for the tribulation. Okay, but at this point, we're nowhere close to that happening. That is not happening. The deal that Trump is doing right now is not the 7-year peace plan. Okay? It is not the 7-year peace plan. So I understand that you think it is, but when you look at the scriptures and you get specific, it's not. You can't make, you are saying it's a 7-year plan. I haven't seen anywhere that this is a 7-year plan. You are the first person that I heard this from. Show me a newspaper clipping, show me an article, show me a video of someone saying that the deal that Trump is working on is a 7-year plan. Can you do that? All right. All right. So anyway, that's my response to you, Melanie. I have no problem answering any of your questions. Bring it on. I can answer any of your questions. And so yeah, anyway, I just wanted to come on. That was too much to type in a thread. All right, so that's the answer to that. This is Cornelius Jones. I am signing off here. I love you guys in the Lord. Stay tuned. When I come back on, I got some key things that we are going to get into as far as biblical prophecy and eschatology, and I cannot wait to share those things with you. Here is, well, I'm going to leave it at that. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. You guys take care and be blessed.